Hey everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Diamond. Today I'm going to be reviewing the 2018 Lombardi Wines Sonoma Coast Pinot Noir. It is 14.2% alcohol by volume, and they were kind enough to send it to me for this Thursday's upcoming Pink Society chat. That's right, they are the guest. So if you want to join and learn more about their wines, and the theme is wine and pasta, so obviously it's going to be amazing. So all you need to do to join the chat is to go to Twitter and search hashtag Pink Society, and then anytime you tweet in response with the group, make sure you use the hashtag Pink Society, and well, you're just part of the chat at that point. So you can learn more about their wines, learn more about wine and pasta pairings, and I mean, you're gonna have a good time. It's wine and pasta and a whole bunch of winos on Twitter. What could go wrong? Anyway, let's take a look at this wine. All right, so from a color standpoint, I'm going to give you pale ruby, no artifacts, no cloudiness. So on the nose, whoa! So medium plus intensity on the nose, but man, this has this really cool, like, trifecta of getting hit. So up front, I'm getting red fruit. I'm getting a little bit of strawberry, just a little bit of strawberry, but there's a good amount of raspberry. There's also like a red cherry. And there's, maybe it's like red currant, because it's just this super kind of, I mean, it's partially jammy. It kind of tastes like a generic berry, and that's kind of what I associate with currant on my palate. So in terms of the secondary, there's a little bit of vanilla. There's like a touch of clove, but there's also this, it's like a sage. Yeah, it's kind of have like this, almost like a poultry seasoning to it. But it's like the type of poultry seasoning that you would want to put on a turkey, as opposed to like a chicken. It would be more like, I'm gonna kind of roast this turkey instead of like smoking or frying the chicken. That may not make sense, but I'm a Southerner, so like y'all, the Southerners probably understand that. However, I will say I'm not detecting any tertiary on this wine whatsoever, but with it being a 2018, it's probably still got about at least 3 years before it really starts to develop that. And that's assuming you're not like totally doing an ideal cellaring there. And of course, as soon as I say that, I do a couple more swirls, I sniff, and I get a hint of like fresh potting soil. So there's just, but it's still not enough that I would count it. But I mean, that's probably gonna be one of the dominant tertiary notes whenever it comes out. But how does it taste? The primary elements and the secondary elements are pretty much on par, with maybe a little bit more precedence to the primary elements. The thing I was not expecting was medium plus tannins. This thing is grippy. Like, it really kind of just clings to your mouth. Anything that is soft to tissue in your mouth is going to have tannin on it. Like, I'm just telling you now. It's there, it's not gonna let go for a bit. I mean, and the finish is going on, I would say this solid medium plus. It's not really going into long, but it's kind of a grippy Pinot Noir, but it doesn't have a lot of sort of the overdone oak elements that you get with a lot of California Pinot Noirs, which I really appreciate, because gosh, for so long California Pinot Noir was just way too over oaked. In terms of some of the other structural elements, medium body, I already talked about how it has, I mean, it's, for a Pinot Noir, I'd say it's high tannins, but it's not high tannin for a red wine. It's probably medium plus. In terms of palate intensity, medium plus on the palate intensity. Alcohol taste medium, even though it is 14.2%, it still tastes medium. And the acid is medium plus. The reason I'm kind of hesitant is because those tannins are really kind of stripping away a bit of that acidic intensity. It almost kind of mutes the acid with the amount of tannins in there. Now, what this does do is, because it does have that medium plus acid and those medium plus tannins, it does give it aging potential. So if you're someone who's interested in having a Pinot Noir that's gonna have more tertiary elements in it, then this will be good for you about the time my kid goes to college. Oh, actually, about time both my kids go to college. Wow. I'm feeling old suddenly. All right, so now that I've taken a Valium and I'm trying to figure out how to deal with my life as I'm entering middle age, thank you, Lombardi Wines, for that. I'm gonna go ahead and just get to the blick, because I think I've said all I could about the wine and the structural components, and now that I feel like I need to go buy a convertible, I want to go ahead and just get to that point in my life and get past the review. So from a balance standpoint, I'm going to give you a full point. And the reason why is because even though you are pretty tannic, especially for Pinot Noir, you also have a good acidic structure to you. You don't have this weird, overly concentrated body. You're still keeping it in line with what a Pinot Noir should have. So as you let it age and it develops that tertiary, that tannic structure is also going to soften, but you're still going to have a medium body and maybe going into a medium plus, and that acid will probably even off. So overall, everything is going to probably be fine in the end. I mean, the only way to tell is if they were to send me another bottle of wine for me to drink at one of my kids' college going away parties. Anyway, so going into length, a medium plus finish, half a point. Intensity, medium on the nose, medium plus on the palate, half a point. And in terms of complexity, I am getting primary, secondary. I did mention that there is a touch of like fresh potting soil in the tertiary, but it's not enough to where I would even consider it to be a like tertiary element that's really exuding itself yet. So I'm still gonna give you half a point. In the end, I think this wine is very good. Not only has this wine been a very nice thing for them to send to me for this chat, by the way, this Thursday, 8 p.m. Central, hashtag Pink Society on Twitter, but it kind of made me comprehend my mortality here. Anyway, this has been Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you liked today's video, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you had the 2018 Lombardi Pinot Noir or any other wine that they produced? I'd be interested to know. Leave a comment below, and I will see you all again soon with another wine review from Wine on the Dime. Don't forget, tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central, hashtag Pink Society, Twitter. Join us, Wine and Pasta, they're our guest. I'll see you there.